everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back for another brand new video. As you can tell by that deliciously clickbaity title, we are here to talk about who I believe and who Snags has confirmed will be the new Rangers manager. Derek Mcinnes. I've seen a lot of things discussed on Twitter, like before Pedro was sacked. I've seen a lot like, oh, we should have went for Derek Mcinnes, but then as soon as Pedro got fired, we were like, and Derek Mcinnes could become a reality. You're like, oh, I didn't want Mcinnes. I want this other guy who's Pedro 2.0. I want this other guy. I want this other guy. This guy looks cool. He used to be good. We seem to be all stretching out and reaching, but I genuinely believe Derek Mcinnes is going to be the next Ranger manager. So I thought, let's try and turn the tide a little bit. Obviously, we're only a small part of the Rangers supporters, but I'm going to read a lot of your guys' tweets out to try and give this video a bit more of a fan's perspective. And I'll tell you a couple of reasons why I think it's a good thing that he's coming in. So I've got 7 reasons I've wrote down here, and there's plenty more. Hopefully this will turn the tide. So any of you Derek Mcinnes haters or anything like that, or maybe someone that doesn't rate him, hopefully maybe you didn't know these facts or anything like that, and they could actually turn you around and make you a Derek Mcinnes fan, because I genuinely believe he's going to be a Rangers manager. So let's get it. So the very first one is actually, a lot of people I've seen jokingly say, like Sir Alex Ferguson and everything like that, he said, oh, the job he's done and everything like that. But fun fact about Derek Mcinnes is he actually broke Sir Alex Ferguson's record for consecutive wins with Aberdeen, which is absolutely tremendous. Because you think how good that Aberdeen side was under Sir Alex Ferguson. They won 9 games in a row, and that stood for like 30 years. And Derek Mcinnes actually broke that in the 2015-2016 seasons, winning 10 in a row. So there you are. So that just shows you a wee bit of context. He can do it with a very, very poor squad. He's also had 3 consecutive runner-up spots in the SPFL, including last season when Rangers did return. So and I know the kind of argument, oh, he only came second because Rangers weren't there. We were there, and he was quite far in front of us, actually, if you consider it that way. Yes, we weren't at our strengths. We had Warbin, we had just came up from the Championship, but still expectations were very, very high. I assumed we would finish second, but he managed to do that, and again for a third consecutive year, third consecutive manager of the year on the shortlist as well, which is a tremendous achievement for him. So boom. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because I'm not really happy with this one. I obviously bet Rangers for the first time since 1991 at Ibrox last season, so yeah. In 2016, for when he was actually the Aberdeen manager, obviously when he went for that 10 winning streak and all that cool stuff, he actually led Aberdeen to both cup finals. So he came second and got them to 2 finals, both cups, losing both to Celtic. So that's a bit painful, but you know, that's some achievement. If they finish second and finish in the finals of both cups, that's something you expect Rangers to be doing. Whether you win or lose a final, we should be getting there. Just look at the Motherwell the other day there. You could say, oh, he lost in the final. Aye, but it's better than losing in the semi-finals. Motherwell, isn't it? During that other season as well, he actually almost won the league with Aberdeen, which is even crazy to say. When there was 3 games to go, he played Celtic as 1-1, and if they won that game, they would have went down to the last 2 games, but unfortunately they couldn't manage to pull out. But for the full stretch of the season, he managed to keep them within that point. So it was only actually won with 2 games to go, which is tremendous. If he'd done that with Rangers, I'd be happy next season. You know what I mean? If we pushed them all the way and just lost in the last 3 games, and that's another credible thing you could pump up on his CV as well. Moving away from his manager side, obviously he did play for Rangers. I'm sure you'd have seen that, but if you're a wee bit too young or if you don't actually remember, he actually won the league with Rangers as well. And what was the season? It was 1996 when I was 4, and also obviously in the Scottish Cup in 1998 as well when I was 6. And as a manager, he's actually won a couple of things as well, with the Division 1 title, obviously with St Johnstone, as most people know, and also the League Cup with Aberdeen in 2013-2014 season. So that's only 7 little things there that I managed to find really, really quickly. He is a very good manager. He works on a very good limited budget Aberdeen. The work he's actually done, because I know this sort of thing, oh, he's done great work at there. Hopefully this little video and everything like that's kind of showed you some of the high points that he's actually had, because it's fair to say, and it's easy to say, oh, he's done well at Aberdeen, but you might be saying, what's well at Aberdeen? I think that's tremendous there. The couple of things that he's managed to do with that budget and everything like that, that's great. I'm especially pleased that he managed to get to 2 cup finals. Yes, he lost them both, but Aberdeen again, that's like a Man City versus like a Bournemouth in the final between Celtic and Aberdeen, what he lost there. If you give him a bit more backing, like what we will actually have, I think he can turn the losses in the finals to wins. And obviously when he plays Celtic, there's this big argument, oh, he can't beat Celtic. We can't beat Celtic. Doesn't matter who's in charge. Alright, so let him come in, let him build with the players. He knows the players very well. He might even bring Kenny McLean with him or Graham Shinnie. I doubt Shinnie will come, but I believe McLean will actually come. Let him come in. He knows the players. We won't have to do this like Pedro S thing where he gets rid of some of the good players like Joey Gardner and everything like that. He gets rid of them, then brings in other players and have to bed them in. Carlos Pena comes in, aka Jeremy Clement 2.0, came in under Paul Le Guen. Oh, Clement's going to be this, going to be that. As soon as Paul Le Guen left, he left. And I believe that's exactly what's going to happen with Pena as well. Pena could be a world beater, but I don't think he's going to stay now that Pedro's gone, so he will go. Mcinnes wants to be able to come in and work with the players we have. He knows them all, especially like the Scottish players, and I'm sure he can get the best out of them. Like obviously under Ryan Jack as well, who was the captain underneath Derek Mcinnes. So I think it's only going to be a benefit to the club, and I genuinely believe this video could be completely wrong. Something might happen. Maybe Rangers won't pay the 1.5 million compensation. That might be a stumbling block if we don't have the money, and it could fall to. I've seen Stuart McCall's name listed, which I'm going to get an A, and obviously the Michelle boy for Belgium, a lot of people was loving, but everyone loved Pedro as well after they had the looks. Oh, look what he's won. Oh, look. That's the same. Alright, bringing someone that knows the game, doesn't need to take time, doesn't need to be Zane players. This guy can work with our players, he knows the club, he's a former Rangers player. We all loved that 2 months ago, but now we've actually got the opportunity, it could happen. As fans, we're just like, no, we didn't want that now. Do you want it? Aye. Do you want it now? Aye. You can have him? Oh no. No thanks. I don't want him. I want someone else. It's like the classic Tinder thing. So let's move on to the Twitter questions now, but before we do, you know what time it is. It's your favourite time, it's my favourite time. It's the Halloween sponsor break. Sponsor break! Right, let's jump over to the poll and let's see what you guys are thinking now. I did fire up in the poll saying, is Derek Mcinnes the man forward? Because it is looking very likely that he will become the next Ranger manager. So I'll let you know. I had 723 votes, so thank you very much for that and getting involved on the Twitterverse. I'm sure people that's watching this on YouTube will get involved in the comments below, so that way it's kind of balanced. So we not only have the Twitter poll, we also have your guys' opinion as well. So 70% said yes, and obviously 30% said no, which is actually a very high majority. I wasn't really expecting that, if I'm honest with you. So let's read out some of the names there. Like Declan comes in, he says Pardew only sounds big, but was hounded out by Newcastle and Palace fans alike, but maybe different here. Not worth the risk. Mcinnes is the best option. King Jad chipped in with, called it, he'll do alright, but the real issues are at board level. Peter Ramsey, he says he will be getting my back and we should have went for him before Pedro. I made a video a year ago saying that as well. That and Alex Neil, that's the two that I actually wanted at the club. Graham Ellis, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Ruined that name. I apologise. If he can stabilise Aberdeen, making them consistently second, we'll see if there's a deeper problem at Ibrox stopping Rangers from progressing. I do fear the glass ceiling of second with him, but I'm not against the appointment. Given 18 months to show a real challenge is coming. Yeah, I think he was never ever going to become first with Aberdeen. That's an impossible task. Give him someone. Yes, we're not going to beat Celtic right away, but we have the potential, we have the facilities, and hopefully we have the money to be able to challenge Celtic somewhere down the line. So I think the glass ceiling and all this talk saying, oh, only could finish second. You could bring Guardiola and put him in Aberdeen. He's no winning the league. There's no money. You can't buy these 40, 50 million players to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? Just look at that, what he's actually done. He's turned Aberdeen, who was known as the deck chair club when I was growing up in the Rangers supporters bus and everything, because they always folded, to a consistent, hard-working unit, and turning players in like Adam Rooney into fire starters. Look what he done. He turned Johnny Hayes into a world-class player in the SPFL. Not world-class in the world, in the SPFL. And sold them and replaced them really easy. And look what he's done with Ryan Christie as well. He's brought in players like Stevie May, so he has got the contacts, and I think it's only going to be a benefit to the club. Read out a few more and we're going to finish up. Graham Dorrant, not the real one, worked hard for this. Look what he's done for Aberdeen. Went from nothing to fighting for the top two, including European games. Exactly. He's won more games than Pedro. Sorry, I'll leave it. Derek J. Miller, out with Murty. Out with giving Murty a crack at it. I think Mcinnes is the way forward. Would be good to see how he goes with decent money to help spend in January. Yeah, I don't think Murty will want it. He loves being a development manager, so that's why I think I don't think he'll ever take the permanent job, just because he prefers to stay away from the spotlight and he loves working the development squad. Maybe somewhere down the line, but I know for a fact that Murty does not want it right now. Matthew Taylor, oh, I've not seen you in a few wee ones, mate. Yes, of course, look what he's done at Aberdeen. He's done really well for them, and he's a much smaller budget, so you can imagine he'll do great for us. Scott Young, he knows the club, he knows the Scottish football. He did a phenomenal job at Aberdeen with poor resources, so for me, he is the best candidate. And the last and final one that I'll read out, it comes from Stuart Ward. He said yes, and I think he'll make great signings in January. So that is YouTube, and that is my opinions, lads. Make sure to be getting your opinions down below. Smash the like button, subscribing if you're new. I've been CJ Novo 992. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.